Uh, a program manager is nothing but a project manager who has become senior enough to manage more than one projects, right? So that's usually how we see that in the industry. A product manager, on the other hand, is a very different set of role which leverages the skills of project management but goes way beyond that, right? So it's a very natural stepping stone for project managers, program managers to become product managers. It's very, very natural. It has been done thousands of times. I personally have met hundreds of program managers who've successfully transitioned. And it's a very popular path in India, by the way. So short answer is very, very doable, but it's also different, right? Now, let me answer the second part of how it's different, and maybe the third part of what do you need to do to be able to get there, right? As part of your question. The the analogical way of seeing the difference is that one is a lot more execution and tactical focus role. The second one is a lot more strategy and decision making role, right? So I'll give you a simple example. Sometimes analogies are easy to understand, right? So let's say there's a new train that we want to start from, I don't know, let's say Bangalore to Chennai. Now, the decision to start that new train, if Indian Railways wants to start a new train, and the decision to start that train, the decision to say what time of the day should this start, the decision to say how many compartments do we want to add to this train, the decision to, hey, do I need more first class or second class, and what should be the pricing differentiation for each of these classes of travel, and how much should we charge? All of these and many more are decisions in the role of product management, right? Whereas project management is after the decisions are done and the business case is established and the approvals are in place to go start that train, to now ensure that that train runs on time, to ensure that we have double backup of drivers so that if somebody falls sick, the train should not stop. There should be a backup driver who's going to get on certain stations to clean the train and get off, certain stations. All of that logistics details, execution, scheduling, stakeholder management, um, all of that is project management, right? So you see that the two work together very closely, right? And the two have a little bit of overlap, but they're very different skill sets. So that's the way to understand. And again, I'm trivializing. There's a lot more that project managers will do, and there's a lot more that product managers will do. But that's the macro difference, right? So now the question is, how do you get there? And and I think the way to understand that is that there are three things that you have to be a super kind of skilled person to get into product management: customer context, business context, innovation context, right? If you are skilling yourself to be able to make good decisions in each of these three areas, you are a product manager. Whether you're a senior product manager, whether you're a director of product manager, whether you're a VP, that depends on how deep your skills are, how much experience, what does this company look for when they look for director versus senior director? Like, it's slightly nuanced. Every company calls these titles are very creative, let's put it that way, right? Every company will come up with their own creative title, right? But in general, from a role perspective, right from an idea to validating that idea, to making sure that you prototype and check for the right segment of customers for that idea, to pricing, packaging, messaging, branding, all of that life cycle of the entire business is somebody who now orchestrates, makes decisions around that's product management. And data becomes an important element of that, by the way. So I just want to make sure that also in the modern world, now 20 years ago, 15 years ago, when we had product managers, it was okay for them to not have data science skills, or at least the applied data science skills. Uh, Fortunately or unfortunately, now a lot of the decisions are made through data. And so data driven decision making, right? So think of data science as not just the algorithms, the machine learning, the statistics, the mathematical modeling. Of course, all of that is also data science, but there's a different kind of data science than what I call decision science. So data science has kind of two parts, right? One is the whole technical part, the engineering part. We call them data engineers, data scientists, right? These are some of the roles that you see. The second part of data is all about applied data science, data smart management, data driven decision making. Data is a decision science. And so that is also now connected back to product management. So in a modern product manager is now actually getting very successful if they also had data skills on the applied data science side, right?